ATV! Alright, Trevino show, how are we doing? I got my my remarks in. My critics have spoken. Those 3 people that talked on my actual Tenacious T page, and then the 100 or so people that talked to me on the MySpace. I must say I was greatly appreciative of the people on the MySpace letting me know that the show was outstanding. They loved every minute of it, and they need to see another one. Although the people on the Tenacious T's channel, which is a friend of mine's wife and my only subscriber, said that they want to hear about the actual life-threatening incidences, those 6 times, the universal 6 times. I just gotta say this: those 6 events that occurred, that I didn't die in. I mean, there's not really much of a story to them. You know what I'm saying? For instance, I'll start with the first one. We car accident, Ford Focus. I just got to the fleet. It's like about February. We'll say February. Driving my Focus down the road, down on the 5, going northbound at about midnight or so, maybe 11 o'clock in the evening, and we're going down the Grapevine, and fell asleep and woke up to the curb there. So I tried to spin out of it. I started to spin, right? Spinning, came to a stop after I had hit the guardrail twice. My buddy next to me was screaming like a little bitch. All right. Luckily, I'm calm, cool, and collected like I always am. Regained control of the situation and pressed on. Proceeded to get out of the car immediately, considering we are on the I-5, if you've ever been on it, going northbound on the Grapevine. Even at fucking 1 in the morning, there's still a lot of cars out there. Got out of the car, realized that there was another car that had collided with me during the spin. I went over to proceed to see if they were alright. They were already on the shoulder. They were fine, thank God. My car sitting in the middle of the road. So I started getting a flashlight to kind of divert traffic away from the vehicle. Alright, the vehicle is at a slant, right? We went up something and we came down, and it's on a turn. So you can't really see the Focus before you get there. So this has bad news written all over it, right? I'm on the phone with 911 saying, hey, I did crashed my car. People are going to hit it. We need to get someone out here now. And they were giving me that whatnot and the other. Sure enough, here comes a fucking little green car, a little fucking green Taurus or something, flying down the town. I'm like, no. I make eye contact with this man on the side of the road. Make eye contact with him right before he looks forward and sees that there's a car in front of him. Smash. My buddy wanted to stay in the car. He would have been dead. That's that story. Oh, that's followed by a night that didn't end until about 5 a.m. somewhere near Six Flags Magic Mountain. We finally got back to the base. Luckily, it was a Friday. If you've ever been in the Marine Corps and you realize that, Camp Pendleton, and you live only 500 miles away from Camp Pendleton, you go see if you can make that journey every fucking weekend. And unfortunately, I tried, and that's what caused that first accident. It also has caused the second accident. I'm sorry to say that a friend of mine's car was involved in that one. Turned over, fucking caught fire, chaos. That one was pretty bad. That one rolled over. That one was a bad accident. I walked away with that one with a scratch. Here's the funny thing about that one. That's more of a funny story. The CHP on duty that responded to that accident was actually my wife's Uncle Scott. So, yeah, I've never been, the Uncle Scott factor in my life is kind of like her father's factor. Every fuck up I've achieved around my wife, it has been around that man. So now he knows. So that's another humiliating moment, in the life-threatening situation. There was an accident when I was 17 years old in my Ford Mustang. I had a Ford Mustang 1968 California Special 302 Boss. That's right, I said it. And I was riding down the fucking freeway, going over to Target where I work to get my check with my buddy Robbie. And the car started running out of gas. Started bogging out on a hill. Alright? We tried to pull over to the right, and some Lexus saw me trying to cut him off, I guess. He tried to cut me off in front of him and try to get faster than me. So it made me kind of merge back into my lane. Well, someone behind me saw me changing lanes and tried to speed up to get past me. So she ends up hitting me on the left side, right into the curb. I see the bottom of her little Jetta. My car threw that Jetta on the... We're on a hill on a little bit of a bridge. It's called Ronan Park Expressway, and there's like a little underpass. It's an overpass is what it is. And she almost flipped over and went in and down. Can you imagine that? She would have landed on her roof. Death. Death. I would have been out of the game. Out of the game. Out of the game. Luckily, I'm a thinker. I've got no license or insurance right now. I know. Bad move. I was 17. 17. I was one of those poor kids that couldn't afford to, pay for the driving school. That sit there for 8 hours a day on Saturday and Sunday. And my school didn't offer driver's ed, so we had to wait until we were 18 to get our license. Well, I'm also that poor kid that has a job to pay for some bills at the house. And I'm also that poor kid that works at a job that's about 25 miles away from his house. Because that's the only place he was able to get that job. So I needed a car. So I'm going to drive my car. I had a car. I drove it. Alright? Sue me. Someone did. They are suing me. $10,000 later. My life, right? That wasn't so much life-threatening. Number three, the third accident. Which one was that? Let's see. Number 1 and 2 happened within a month of each other. Just put that there. What's the third accident? There was a third one, wasn't there? What was the third one? I don't think I wasn't driving the car. Someone else was driving it. Yeah. Anyway, and then the tour to Iraq. Oh, here's the tour to Iraq. Alright. We went into this second city to clear it during Operation Steel Curtain, right? And we're in a ditch, right? And we're just chilling in this ditch waiting for some houses to get cleared, so we bump up because I'm a mortarman and I gotta, I'm moving in behind everyone else, and I'm moving in behind 3rd Platoon, and we're waiting, we're chilling, and we get to the roof, right, and the helicopter comes flying in for a medevac for Fox Company or something like that, and when the helicopter comes flying over, it clears out all the sand in that ditch. There were 7 IEDs in that ditch. 7. Not one went off. Not one. Tell me what that is. Tell me what that is. I'm just put in these situations where I'm supposed to not be here. But yet, for some magical reason, something happens to prevent me from getting injured at all. Like the car accidents. All around the car is destroyed except for where I'm sitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even a dent. My door's open. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I got hit on my driver's side in the Mustang, and yet I still got out of the car and did nothing. Granted, the Mustang's built pretty tough, but, still. That should have never happened. But it happened. The plane accident. I was sitting in the back of the plane, right, in row 30. All right, I was 2 rows away from the emergency exit in the rear. I could have been the first person off that plane. Instead, I stayed on that plane for as long as I did. All right, and then the plane exploded. I should have died there. There are moments where I should have died. Shit, I should die. There's days where, like, I'm walking in this heat out here in Okinawa, Japan, and it's like, man, and I haven't hydrated. I'm pissing yellow. I'm pissing orange. I'm pissing whatever. All right, I should be dropping out, and I don't. I don't fall out and die. I mean, I've passed out in formations, for Christ's sake, where you're just standing there and I just fucking pass out. But when we're marching on the road where heat exhaustion should take place, where I should have a heat stroke and possibly fucking kill over and die, I'm still here. I weigh 137 pounds. 137 pounds. My gear alone is half that, and a little bit more than half that. And then with my weapon systems, I'm probably carrying more than my body weight. I shouldn't be alive. My back should be out. My knees should be crippling underneath my weight and all this other crap. I should not be here. I'm still here. I talk enough shit to get myself in 5 fights a day, and yet I'm still here. Still here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not a weak guy. I will fight to the bitter end. All right? I don't fight fair. If there's a metal pole near me, I'm going to grab that metal pole. If there's a cinder block near me, I'm going to grab that cinder block. It's about the quick, fast, and hard. Someone comes at you, quick, fast, and hard. Grab that cinder block to the face. Bam! Make sure he's not dead and you flee the scene. It's what you do. They won't fuck with you after that because you're unpredictable. They don't know what's going to happen. What's flying at my face today? Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Well, this has been about 10 minutes of your time. Thanks anyway.